Hello and welcome to coverage of Grand Prix Kamloops for the MSEM format. I'm Caillou and today we're going to be watching the round 4 match between That Damn Pipsqueak and Simon Williamson. That Damn Pipsqueak is on Abzan Heart Attack Control, which is essentially a greedy control deck which has some of the better answers in the formats in Deem Unworthy and Pithwilt, but also has the titular combo of Heart of Zadina plus our format's Torment of Hailfire variant, and also has Rock and Roll as expensive, rampy ways to just go over the top of anything else any other deck might be doing. Meanwhile, on the other end of the table, we have Simon, who is playing Green-Black Hunter's Hideout. This deck was also made by Pipsqueak, ironically, but both of these decks are currently on a 2-1 record, so only one of them will get to, whoever wins here will be the person to make the cut to top X. Simon's deck centers around the titular card Hunter's Hideout, so you do a lot of self-milling with cards like Oracle's Vision and Whisperwood's Exploration, but you also have a strong mid-range plan that, if left unchecked, once Hunter's Hideout is online, basically just goes over the top of anything else that any other deck is doing. So you might see a pattern here. They're both very decks that control the board early on, and then later in the game can just go over the top of whatever the opponent is doing. The difference is Pip's deck, while it doesn't have the dual interaction plus win con of Hunter's Hideout, does have win cons that are less easily disruptible than Hunter's Hideout. Because with Hunter's Hideout, any grave interaction really it doesn't shut down the deck permanently, but it can really hurt it in terms of slowing it down significantly and giving opponents time to stabilize. It also takes longer to build up the beasts. Meanwhile, the Torment of Hailfire variant essentially just kills in one go. Roll generates all the tokens at once and doesn't need anything other than you having lands. So both of those are pretty essentially interaction agnostic. So turn 2 on Pip's end step is going to play Whisperwoods, revealing Duress, Oracle's Vision, Whisperwood's Exploration again. An interesting set of cards. I think you grab Whisperwood's Exploration. Unless, yeah, I think you just grab the Whisper. Oh, it's going to grab the Duress. Actually, Duress does make sense, because you can just grab something out of Pip's hand. I think with looking at Pip's current hand, do you take the Intrepid or the Rock and Roll? I think you take the Rock and Roll, because you just have no answers to that currently. Also, the image is not showing up properly for this. I apologize. This is a known bug. But Rock and Roll is a split card, which the front half, which never really matters, I'm not going to discuss. But the back half is 4GG. Create a number of 3/3 elemental tokens equal to the number of differently named lands you control. So Simon's going to play the top deck Oracle's Vision, milling a Pithwilt, the third Whisperwood's Exploration, and a Vibrant Rapture. Lots of Simon's grave milling is already in his grave, which is kind of concerning for turning on the Hunter's Hideout. Is only 4 cards off though, so Grim Bastion gets 1 and then can hopefully get some more. Okay, he's going to run out the Duress. I think I snap take the Rock and Roll because Hunter's Hideout can answer the Intrepid on its own. And now knowing that Pip doesn't have any interaction for your Hunter's Hideout, Simon probably feels reasonably safe just tapping out for it next turn, or just goes Intrepid into Hunter's Hideout the turn afterwards. It looks like Simon took the Intrepid though. I personally think that that's a mistake. I know that Intrepid can fetch up like the utility lands, and that might be what Simon is worried about. But like, Simon doesn't kill Pip faster than than it takes for Pip to actually run out the roll. And if Pip runs out the roll, just Simon has no answers. I guess the answer is just like have Hunter's Hideout online early enough to generate enough beasts to just chump block all the elementals, but I don't know how viable that is. Pip just stays drawing lands here though. Heart of Zadina, notably though, will let Pip generate a bunch of mana. This is one of the utility lands that Pip probably would have searched up with the Intrepid anyways. Will allow for essentially a turn 5 roll. I don't know if that's as useful, because I think Pip might actually just want to, because of the number of lands in her hand and the lack of pressure from Simon, just wait until Pip has more lands to make it harder to answer her elementals. So Simon's going to tap out for an Intrepid. Probably, I think if you really want to turn on Hunter's Hideout, you find another fetch. If not, I think Ravaged Monument is fine. Nareba is fine. Monument of Queens. any of the utility lands. Intrepid plus utility lands is such a powerful package because a 4/4 flyer on its own is like pretty reasonable. A 4/4 flyer for 3, but then you also get access to one of your like essentially another axis of attack on your opponent. I think it's one of the better packages, and since it's colorless, basically every slow deck in the format should play it, and even some of the non-slow decks as well. And Pip, unfortunately for Simon, top decks an Intrepid of her own. Just gonna snap run it out right there. And Pip grabs her Nareba. So Nareba is one of the 2 most common lands that you usually grab with an Intrepid, because once if games start going long, this just easily allows you to outgrind any opponent. Okay, Simon with a crazy top deck of his own gets a Pitbull to just be able to shoot this Intrepid and then swing in for 4. In fact, can swing in for 8 this turn because plays a land, animates Ravaged Monument, and then has enough mana to animate Ravaged Monument, play Pitbull, then swing with Intrepid and the Ravaged Monument. And Pip doesn't have mana up for Exit, so doesn't even have to worry about that. In fact, if you play, I don't know why Simon's thinking. Simon might be thinking because he's thinking that Pitwilt plus Grim Bastion plus Intrepid Engrave would turn on Hunter's Hideout. So might be thinking of just swing at the Intrepid. If Pip trades, then you just crack the Grim Bastion. But then you don't have any. Then you'd be at 11 as well because you don't have any target for the Pitwilt. So yeah, actually, Simon should just Pitwilt the Intrepid and swing in for 8. There's really no reason not to. No, okay, swinging with the Intrepid. Yeah, this is and Pip snap blocks it. It doesn't even swing in with the Ravaged Monument as well. Then plays Hunter's Hideout, which like is fine, but it's also not online and doesn't put enough of a clock on Pip that she can't just run out the roll earlier. Yeah, I think that this is a mistake. And there's the combo, has Heart of Zadina plus Mastery of the Veil to just go over. Yeah, and so Pip's just going to run out the roll immediately because it has the Mastery of the Veil next turn. Yeah, Simon's really like main hope was just to ding Pip for a bunch before she could really get this roll down, and now that's just not happening. And like 5/3/3s is a pretty formidable board out of nowhere. Simon hits his own Nareba but can't really activate it this turn. That also means that Simon can Pitwilt plus Grim Bastion to turn on the Hunter's Hideout. So you'd Pitwilt one of the elementals, Grim Bastion just fetch something, and then Hunter's Hideout is online. That buys Simon some time, but then Pip can just hold back, and then once she has enough mana, just Mastery of the Veil Simon for an obscene amount. Because her hand is all lands, and Simon isn't presenting a serious clock. And she also has a Nareba, so can really just sit back, Nareba, draw some cards, and then and just like play lands. And then eventually, once she has enough lands to just Mastery of the Veil Simon for lethal, just go for that. Okay, yeah, Simon is going to play the Grim Bastion. So it looks like Simon is going to double up on the Hunter's Hideout as well. And then just Pitbuild one of the elementals. Yeah, so now on end step, Simon, because of the Hunter's Hideouts, gets to generate 4 beasts, which can effectively block the elementals. So, again, Pip can Mastery of the Veil for enough right now to just make Simon sacrifice the beasts, but I don't know if it's worth it. Yeah, so it looks like Pip is just going to Nareba, draws into a Pitbolt and a Prying Inquiry. Not super great. So how much mana does Pip have right now? Let's see. Let's think next turn. So next turn we'll have access to 10 mana. So we'll basically have access to Mastery. I was going to say would have access to Mastery of the Veil X equals 8, which would have been able to deal 16 damage to Simon. But I think you snap grab Mastery of the Veil with this top-decked Prying Inquiry. That was really lucky for Simon. And yeah, Simon just grabs the Mastery of the Veil. And now Pip is kind of very much on the back foot. Like, I think that early, the early grab of the Intrepid versus the roll put Pip in a good position. But now Simon with the double Hunter's Hideout, plus he's got a Nareba of his own. He is in a great position here. And yeah, he can just swing in with the beasts because he knows he's going to get 4 more on end. So yeah, Pip just chumps all of them. And it looks like main 2, Simon's going to crack the clue. Just draws a forest, unfortunately. And yeah, on end, Simon gets 4 more beasts. Now Pip's drawing her interaction, which really doesn't need at this point. I think Pip might run out the prying inquiry just to get the clue. No, okay, it looks like just gonna Nareba. So it draws Whisperwood's Exploration and a Snow-Covered Plains. Whisperwoods is good here because you can buy back either a roll or I think you want Mastery here so you can just dome Simon. Because next turn Pip can cast Mastery of the Veil for enough to just kill Simon. So yeah, I think you hold up Whisperwoods so that yeah, I think you oh no, he's gonna play a Pitwilt to kill a beast. Taps for that. That seems. I think I think you would want to Whisperwoods this turn so you can Mastery of the Veil for like max value next turn. I guess maybe might be trying to avoid hand attack, but Simon has none of it. We'll get to swing in. Well, I guess if Simon decides to not keep up Nareba and just go aggressive, Simon can easily swing for 16 here. Yeah, this is gonna Ravage Monument. Swings in for 16. And I guess Pitwilting the Beast does save Pip from potentially like if Simon top decked a Monument of Queens, could have probably had just lethal there. Okay, so Pip is gonna Heart of Zadina right here for a whopping 8. Still has 4 other mana, so he's gonna spend 2 to get back. Oh yeah, so he's gonna Whisperwoods, gets back Mastery of the Veil, then can Mastery of the Veil for X equals 8, but that's 1 mana off of killing Simon. So this is why Pip should have Whisperwoods last turn. Okay, he's gonna get back a Vibrant Raptor. Interesting. I guess the idea is gets to kill everything now, and then make a bunch of make 7 petals that'll allow Pip to Nareba, dig for another Mastery of the Veil or another Whisperwood's Exploration to rebuy one, I think is a thought. And the petals give enough mana such that Pip can definitively kill Simon if she gets another Mastery of the Veil. And is going to run out a no-value Prying Inquiry. On end, Simon is going to Hunter's Hideout to destroy the clue, it looks like. So Pip is forced to crack it in response. Grabs a Sevid off of it. Again, Sevid doesn't really help. I guess Sevid generates 2 chump blockers per turn, but that's not enough to save Pip. Oh, and another Prying Inquiry from Simon. Man, just keeps it rolling. So yeah, I think you just Prying Inquiry, and then you can and then Pip is forced to deem unworthy the Ravaged Monument in response, probably. Or I don't. What do you deem if you're Pip? The Hunter's Hideout, the Ravaged Monument, the Nareba. I don't know. But whatever it is, Pip will just be forced to do it in response to Prying Inquiry right here. Oh no, and Pip is just going to let Simon grab the Deem. And Simon instead takes the Sevid? That feels like kind of a mistake to me. Like, Sevid does generate chump blockers, I guess, but not at a rate which you care about, because Simon generates 4 beasts this turn, plus has Ravaged Monument. Okay, then cracks the clue that Prying Inquiry gives, gets an Oracle's Vision. Looks like is going to further cantrip? No, okay, it's going to Ravage Monument, swing in. Pip just takes the 4, isn't even going to deem it. On end, Nareba, because basically that's Pip's last hope. And yeah, no, Pip doesn't have it. Can Nareba once more, but then, well, what will that do? I guess Nareba plus Zadina could potentially get Sevid into Sevid, but that still doesn't save her because I think Ravage Monument has Trample. No, it doesn't, actually. So, but then still won't have enough blockers. So, yeah, I don't know what outs Pip has here, but I guess it just has to try and draw to them. So go to Nareba. There's a Whisperwoods. How much mana does Pip have for, so let's say spends 2, then has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So can only Mastery of the Veil X equals 4, which wouldn't be enough to actually kill Simon. Okay, so he's going to Whisperwoods. Oh, a roll actually is probably really good here now that I think about it. Yeah. So rolls for 10. Yeah, that's brutal. And that helps protect Pip for a few turns yet. It also makes it so that Simon can't really swing in for these beasts because, let's see, if he does, he swings in with 4 of them. Pip chumps. Pip still has 6 and hits back for a whopping 18 on the backswing. So Simon can't swing in with these beasts and has to leave them up to chump. Okay, Okay, Pithwilt, not going to really do much. I think if you're Simon, you just Oracle's Vision and then main phase Nareba. Okay, so yeah, Simon is going to run out the Oracle's Vision. Just a Swamp Hit off of it, not great. And then I guess just going to go to end, get the beasts, and then hold up Pithwilt plus Nareba, potentially. If Simon had actually drawn... if Simon had Nareba first, I think he would have drawn this Vibrant Rapture, and with Vibrant Rapture actually could have wiped the board and then animated Ravaged Monument and swung in for lethal. So that was Simon's out. Yeah, Simon's just going to pass. He gets 4 more beasts, so only 2 will get through if Pip decides to go for an all-out swing. So Pip shouldn't go for an all-out swing. And man, just more lands for Pip. Looks like he's going to Zadina again. Oh no, okay, he's going to Sevid first. Sevid -1 first to get potentially 1 more land for Heart, or just to draw with it. Yeah, okay, so he's going to Sevid -1. Descend on the Helpless, again, doesn't super help here. In response to the activation, Simon's just going to Pithwilt the Sevid. And now... Oh no, okay, he's going to descend on one of the beasts. I don't know why. To flashback and then grab a Chi Li? That seems like a waste of a mana. I feel like you should have Heart plus Nareba before doing that. Okay, he's going to flashback the Descend on the Helpless, grabbing a Chi Li. Yup. And then Demon Worthy kill another beast? No, okay, he's going to Nareba. Wayfarer's Shrine, Children of the Clouds. Children of the Clouds is actually huge money right here. Because I think, yeah, now still has Cormoran as something to hit in the sky. Simon can't attack because he needs to keep up these beasts as blockers. So yeah, Simon's out is a Whisperwoods or a Vibrant Rapture. Fungal Mire does not cut it. Not even a Cycling Land. Let's see, how much do you need? I think you Nareba main phase here, though. I think that really is the play. So yeah, he's just going to main phase Nareba. Draws a Descend and a Chi Li. Neither of which is particularly great, but you can Descend the Cormoran to stop Pip from having a flying attacker. I think that's probably a good idea. Yeah, so it's just going to... Oh no, it's going to Descend on the Chi Li. That feels like a mistake. Chi Li is never getting past the beasts. I guess maybe the worry with Pip having a Chi Li is the thought of Chi Li, discard something, get a demon, and then Vibrant Rapture X equals 3 to follow, and then Pip can just recur, can use the demon. If Simon doesn't hit a creature, can next turn use the demon to recur something, but then Simon will always have blockers, so I don't know. Okay, so Pip draws a Pithwilt, so can now can Demon Worthy plus Pithwilt and kill both Hunter's Hideouts, which I think is really huge for Pip. Or yeah, okay, just a big main phase Children of the Clouds. They gain for X equals 17. Oh, yeah, actually never mind. That is definitely the best play. I completely forgot that and how much mana Pip has. So yeah, Simon is dead next turn unless he draws. I think Pip tapping out to do this is probably a mistake because Simon still has an out. If Pip had done this on end, Simon would not have an out. I don't know why Pip tapped out for this. Probably just impatient. Okay, but a Hunter's Hideout unfortunately does not do it for Simon. So, after like a nail-biter back-and-forth match, or game, Pip takes game 1. Okay, so getting into game 2, it looks like Simon's going to be opening up with an Oracle's Vision? No, okay, yeah, turn 1 Duress actually makes more sense. I think ironically, do you grab Pip's own Duress? Like, I think you might, because otherwise Pip gets free grab of your Hunter's Hideout, which is basically the worst case scenario. No, okay, he's going to take the Children of the Clouds. Might be scared of how it played last game, but I don't know if that's the right call, given that Mastery of the Veil was also a really strong high mana finisher, and Pip already had one of those. So Pip going to open up the same way, Duress of her own, and she is obviously immediately going to take the Hunter's Hideout. Simon has nothing else proactive in his hand. Oh, but back-to-back hand attack hour for Simon. Top deck's a Prying Inquiry. And this one, yeah, I think you just take a Mastery of the Veil. Yeah, so that prevents Pip from being able to just run out the first Mastery for as a wipe plus card draw. And it forces her to basically save this last one to use as a finisher. And oh my god, really? Pip also top decks a prying inquiry, which, like, since she has nothing else to do, I think you just run this out and then take an Oracle's Vision just to stop Simon from cantripping and filling up his grave, because you don't have anything that's pit wiltable right now. Yeah, so Pip takes the Oracle's Vision. So both players are kind of shrunken-handed here, so it kind of depends on what they top deck. And wow, what a top deck from Simon, right as I say that. Intrepid, otherwise known as an actual threat, which Pip can't answer without a Mastery of... Like, Mastery of the Veil doesn't even hit it, because both these are sorcery speed. And then Intrepid can fetch up, like, I don't know, like, Ravaged Monument is actually really good here, because you just put a clock on Pip, and she has no instant speed removal. Yeah, so it's just going to grab a Ravaged Monument. Yeah, that's huge. So next turn, Simon swings 4. The turn after that, Simon swings 8. So this is a 3-turn clock. But wow, talk about Battle of the Top Decks. Pip hits a Demon Worthy. Is going to crack the clue this turn, interestingly. And wow, Pip hits one of her own Hunter's Hideouts. I was not aware that she had this in the side. That's actually interesting. I'm surprised she didn't Demon Worthy on the Intrepid. But I guess is saving the Deem for the Ravaged Monument. Because Pip has multiple answers to an Intrepid, but creature lands are a more tricky business, especially since Simon has 2 of them. See, I think if you're Simon, you just play the Ravaged Monument. Yeah, so just going to play the Ravaged Monument tapped, animates Intrepid and swings in with it, and then can hold up either animating Monument of Queens or cracking the clue on end. So yeah, I think if you're Pip, you probably just hold up the Demon Worthy to hit the Ravaged Monument. Oh no, Pip's going to tap out for her own Hunter's Hideout. Huh. Has nowhere near enough cards in grave. And maybe is doing this so that she can answer the Intrepid next turn. But man, this feels whack. Okay, on end, Simon is going to buff up the Monument of Queens. Yeah, I don't know why Pip didn't Deem on that turn. Because I guess Hideout gives you more options, but you take more of a beating. With Intrepid, if you let Intrepid plus Ravaged Monument stick around. And you know that Simon also has a Monument of Queens, so even if you, like, untap, top deck a Heart of Zadina, Zadina for exactly enough mana to Deem plus Hunter's Hideout somehow, even though Zadina only generates mana of one color. Man, and Pip also knew that Simon had the Pithwold because she hand attacked him earlier. So yeah, so Simon obviously runs out the Pithwold to kill the Hunter's Hideout, and that is something that Pip knew that he had. So Simon's going to swing in for 4 with the Intrepid again. And yeah, this is looking like this is a pretty bad situation for Pip. I guess can Mastery of the Veil for 3 and draw 3 cards to try and dig for something? Okay, no, it's just going to hold up the Deem. Okay, on end, Simon pumps up the Monument by 1. And yeah, Descend is really powerful since the potential 4 for 1. But definitely seeing the downside of it right now, with the sorcery speed being a huge drawback against these creature lands and Intrepid, all these essentially creature-based threats which aren't really creatures on your opponent's turn. So it looks like Simon is just going to animate Ravaged Monument. So swings in for 8, but in response Pip is just going to Demon Worthy the Ravaged Monument. Still gets hit for 4, and is dead next turn if she doesn't find an answer to either this Monument or Intrepid. Okay, he's going to crack the Wayfarer's Shrine, just I guess one last bit of thinning, just in case. In a Demon Worthy, that is actually good, because now Pip has an answer to Intrepid, and then, or actually, I guess you answer Monument of Queens with this, and then try to, because you need 2 top decks anyways, so you might as well, so you Deem the Monument, and then, essentially keep trying to dig for answers. Simon is not going to make this easy, though, because Simon has Intrepid plus can tap out for Chi Li, or not tap out, but has enough mana to both activate Monument and Chi Li this turn. Or actually doesn't. Never mind. Whoops. It's actually 1 land short of that. Still, like, even if Simon does it on subsequent turns, that's just a really powerful clock. Okay, so animates Monument of Queens. In response, Pip is just going to Demon Worthy it. Simon still gets to swing in for 4 with Intrepid. So the onus is on Pip to keep top-decking answers. And as soon as she stops, she's dead. Oh, and Simon playing the Jar Champion, meaning that, like, Pip needs 2. Whisperwoods what can Whisperwoods do? So, you Whisperwoods, buy back a demon worthy, but then Pip doesn't have an answer to the Jar Champion. Is 1 mana off. Because Pip can descend the Jar Champion, but then won't have an answer to. Oh, and I guess the plan is, wait for Simon to attack with Intrepid or Jar Champion, because Jar Champion can only attack alone. So it has to be either Intrepid or Jar Champion. If Pip so basically whichever one Simon swings with, Pip Whisperwood Exploration into Demon Worthies it. Simon has a Whisperwoods Exploration of his own though, so could Whisperwoods grab back a Duress or a Prying Inquiry, and then Pip would be forced to exile one of them in response. But it looks like Simon's just going to go for broke, just going to swing in with the Jar Champion. So in response, yeah, it's going to Whisperwoods Exploration, and Pip really wants to mill a Descend there. Didn't, unfortunately. We'll be able to get a Demon Worthy back and exile the Jar Champion, though. Again, still is on the clock of, if you don't draw answers, you're very dead. Yeah, so needs another way to answer this Intrepid. So it looks like Simon is going to run out the Chi-Li, puts Pip in another you need 2 answers type of situation. This time I don't think that Pip is going to have it. If Pip gets a Pitwill... Oh, actually, yeah, okay, so I was about to say, so now can Mastery of the Veil X equals 1? Oh no, so I was going to Descend, kill Chi-Li, and then can Pitwill kill Intrepid. And then, oh my god, Pip has gotten such a sequence of draws. Okay, on end, Simon is going to Whisperwoods Exploration, and that doesn't bode well for Pip, because Simon can rebuy Hunter's Hideout, and at that point, things start getting hairy for Pip. No, okay, he's going to get back a Duress, which, I guess, in response to, Pip just has to Pitwilt Intrepid, and then Simon gets the Mastery. Yup. But Simon does have the Whisperwood, so I think you just Whisperwoods on end. Or actually, Simon can, if Simon's greedy, Simon can Whisperwoods now into, no, actually, getting any creature back would be bad, because Pip has Descend on the Helpless mana. So I think you save the Whisperwoods for end, and then grab back a Hunter's Hideout. And then I think Pip just dies to that. I think Simon is having flashbacks to the first game where he's like, no, I can't lose when Pip is already so low on life. So he's really trying to think through all of these lines. Oh my god, a Duress from Pip, but Simon can Whisperwoods in response and get back a non-creature threat. Okay, so Whisperwoods, and then you get back... actually, what is good to get back here? I guess you get back a Chi-Li? Yeah, so Simon can get back a Chi-Li. The problem is you don't want to play a Chi-Li. Because if you play a Chi-Li, it will instantly die and get slurped up by Descend on the Helpless. And wow, this is such a top deck war. Simon hits the top deck Intrepid, and if Pip doesn't have an answer to this, Pip just loses. Simon can also, I don't think Simon has any more manlands, but can search up for an Areba. Yeah, okay, so he's gonna find an Areba. No, don't play the Chi-Li. Okay, Simon also runs out the Chi-Li, but that's a mistake. Because even if Pip doesn't draw anything, Pip descends it, grabs the Chi-Li. Oh my god, I think Simon might have just thrown this game. So yeah, Pip descends and can use Cormoran to grab back Chi-Li. And Cormoran has flying, which is important because it means that it can block Intrepid, and then, oh my god. Also notable is the fact that Pip top decked to Sevid, so if Pip gets another land, Pip can create infinite flying blockers with Sevid. Man, this is Simon's game to lose, and he's losing it. He could have won. He could have won if he just hadn't played Chi-Li. Okay, Prying Inquiry from Pip. Fortunately for Simon, is not a land. So Pip is just going to discard the Prying Inquiry, create a black demon. But now Pip is definitively dead. Oh no, okay, so he's going to run out the Sevid, I guess, and -1 her to try and hit a Pitwilt. Oh, and just another Sevid. Yeah, Pip fought that bitterly to the very end, and Simon almost threw that away with that misplay at the end. But in the end, just the constant pressure from Simon's Intrepids, Pip's answer suite just couldn't keep holding on. So we're going to a Game 3. So going into Game 3, Simon has a pretty stacked hand of interaction into Hunter's Hideout / Singularity's Grasp, but Pip with the turn 2 Prying Inquiry, I think you just instantly grab the Hunter's Hideout, and then the Pitwilts you can deal with later. Because again, Pip's deck excels at waiting. It does not need to commit to the board until it really, really needs to. And yeah, with double Pithwilt, I think you just cut your losses, take the Hunter's Hideout, and then try to wait it out for a Mastery of the Veil, because or Mastery of the Veil or some other win con plus hand attack to get rid of the Singularity's Grasp. So Simon, so yeah, Pip. It looks like Pip ran out the Intrepid into one of Simon's Pithwilts. Yeah, I guess deliberately just to find a Heart of Zadina. Meanwhile, Simon is going to play Chi Li. Unfortunately, I think this just gets instantly Pithwilted. And man, it's really funny how similar both these players' decks are. Like you see Pip drawing the Singularity's Grasp. Pip has like the Hunter's Hideout out of the side. They're both very greedy decks. The only difference is Pip's deck has white. It has a Mastery of the Veil and Children of Clouds as their over-the-top win con of choice. But like, it's no surprise that they're very similar, because I think that they reflect a similar philosophy on the format, given that they're both created by Pip. She's mentioned that she thinks that Pithwilt and Demonworthy are the best answers in the format, but as Pithwilt is the best answer and likely going to be one of the most prolific cards going forward, you want your win cons to avoid getting hit by it, which I think is why Pip is playing a deck where all of its win cons are essentially 6 CM, or like 6 or more CMC. So Simon is going to Prying Inquiry. I think you just take, what do you take? I think you take the Demonworthy? No, okay, it's taking the Singularity's Grasp. I think that's a mistake. I think you take the Deem so that you can keep your Nareba. Because otherwise Pip is just going to untap, Demonworthy your Nareba, and then, or actually doesn't have to Demonworthy your Nareba right away, but like, yeah, you don't want to be able to, and like Demonworthy is like a more flexible answer than Singularity's Grasp. It's also like a lot cheaper. So I think that was a wrong take from Simon. Unfortunately, it looks like it wouldn't have mattered either way, because Pip just top decks another Deem. And this is just a really good position for Pip. With Heart of Zadina, can generate enough mana to double Monument of Queens on end step, and also has Demonworthy up. Simon just hits another Pithwilt. I think if you're Simon, you probably play Dust Barons and immediately activate it. Or you empty Courtyard first, and then you play Dust Barons and immediately activate it. So yeah, he's going to cycle to empty Courtyard. Draws a Fungal Mire, not much better. So yeah, on end, Pip is going to double Monument of Queens. And okay, he's just going to pass again. And because with his top deck, Children of the Clouds has multiple ways to just... Because I think now you just Children of the Clouds on end if Simon doesn't present something that needs to be answered. Okay, Oracle's Vision for Simon can cantrip and try to find something. Or actually, no, you don't want a Children of the Clouds because you know Simon has a Sing's Grasp. So instead, I think you just Monument again. Yeah, never mind. And another land for Simon. That is hugely unfortunate. I don't know what Simon could be thinking about so much. Like, he's thinking really hard on each of his turns, but it's not like he has many options. Like, his options are, would you like to die vanilla or die flavorfully? Or like, I guess, would wait to draw into an out, essentially. But yeah, so on end, once again, Pip can double pump Monument. Now also has enough mana to activate Monument next turn for 6, and then double pump Swing for 6, and also hold up Demonworthy mana. So I think Pip's probably going to do that. Oh wait, no, sorry, it's 1 mana off from doing that, which I guess is why Pip didn't activate and swing it. I will say, I think if I was Pip by now, I think I would have just, on that, because Pip does have enough mana to Demonworthy on her turn, so I think I would have Monumented, swung in for 6, and then use the 3 to Demonworthy the Nareba, because I don't think Simon has anything hasty that you need to worry about. Swinging in for 6 with Monument of Queens puts you puts Simon on a 3-turn clock, and if Simon just plays anything worrisome, you just untap Demonworthy it, and Demonworthying his Nareba prevents him from using it before you have any responses, because Simon is 1 land away from so Simon can now activate Nareba, and Pip will only be able to Demonworthy in response. So I do think that was a slight misplay from Pip last turn, but it looks like Simon isn't going to Nareba, is instead going to Whisperwood's Exploration. So mills 3, but you know he's getting back that Hunter's Hideout. Yep, Hunter's Hideout coming back. Drops it. So probably on end of main 2, yeah, okay, on end of main 2, Pip is just gonna, uh, so Hearts of Zadina for 6, then taps 2 to Demon Worthy, and then double pumps Monument. Oh no, it's gonna Nareba instead. Interesting. The Duress that she just drew into will allow her to take the Singularity's Grasp, and then safely run out Children of the Clouds the next turn. I feel like she could stand to be more aggressive with the Monument, though. I know, Pip just passing again. I really don't get why she isn't at least like swinging in for 5 with the Monument. Perhaps the thought is, okay, just hold up, or like not even, isn't even duressing. I guess maybe the thought is just hold up a bunch of mana and then on end can, let's see, can Heart of Zadina generate 9 mana and then has an additional 4 on top of that. So Children of the Clouds X equals 10. And then can untap quadruple pump Monument, swing for lethal, I guess is the thought. It looks like, unfortunately, Simon is going to Whisperwoods into Hunter's Hideout again, but Pip has the Demon Worthy again. And then Nereba's again, hits a Prying Inquiry and another Heart of Zadina. Okay, so it's going to run out the Duress now. I guess the thought is just grab that Singularity's Grasp. Yep, just going to grab the Singularity's Grasp, and then probably can afford to pass and do the Children of the Clouds plus Monument line. Okay, Jara Champion, but I don't think that's going to do much. I think Simon's, again, and Simon can Nareba, but then if he Narebas, he just instantly dies. So yeah, I don't think Simon has an out here. How would one play around this? I think this is one of the main things. Like, in this format, like, you need to be able to deal with creature lands, and as a result, you need, like, Demon Worthy. And I kind of think that, like, there's obviously other answers to creature lands, like instant speed removal and stuff, but I think specifically for Simon's deck, like, that's the reason why Pip's deck ends up functioning so much better. And yeah, oh my god, the insta-quit. So, as Pip plays the huge Children of the Clouds and Simon just instantly quits out, he knows he lost that one. That was really unfortunate too, because Simon went up 2-0 in the first 2 rounds and had a chance of making the top cut even as a new player. But, you know, Pip, who has gotten second place the last 2 GPs and has been a constant, has constantly shown up in the top cuts of the GPs, ends up making it instead. So, I would say no surprise, but I think given how those games went, it would also have been no surprise if Simon had made it in. Like, his deck. His deck was well made, obviously, but he piloted it for the most part, like, really well. And I think that, he just had a really good shot, but unfortunately didn't make it this time. I really hope that he, like some of the other new players in this GP, come back around and participate, because I think, like, the kind of meta diversity that we're seeing with the addition of new players and brewers is super cool. But yeah, until the top cut, this is Caillou signing off.